Alright guys, ignore how my hair is sitting on my head. But we have a different environment today. You know what I mean? We're
Very good
about to
afternoon,
go
everyone.
somewhere.
Mr.
Oh,
Captain speaking. My
the
name's Ben
captain is
Hamilton.
speaking at
On
the same
behalf
time while I'm
of all of the
speaking.
crew, I'd like to
Who's the
welcome
real
on board
captain?
this
I'm
British Airways
I'm
Boeing
joking.
777 for our...
Okay, and we're back. So, yeah, different environment today. Um, and today we're talking about faith. I am on this flight right now purely because of faith. Purely because I decided that this year I'm gonna take my faith journey differently, and I'm gonna believe that God has more than enough resources to provide for me when I step out and believe on the things that He wants me to do. So many of you know my wife is in the US already, and we were deliberating on when I'm going and when I'm not going, when I'm gonna get there and whatnot. And I came back to the UK from Dubai to pack up our place, and as soon as I finished doing that, in my spirit I just said, like, I refuse to stay here. Like, I refuse to be left in the UK while my wife is abroad and our place is packed up. Just refused. And so I, in my heart of hearts, I said I'm leaving. Didn't have the flight booked. Don't even know if we had the money in the account available because we had other things in the budget. I said I'm leaving. And so I said what I'm gonna do is, my mom lives a lot closer to the airport than I do. So as a sign of me leaving, the first thing I'm going to do is, now this house is packed, I'm not going to sleep here. I'm going to grab my bags, I'm going to put whatever I need to put in it, and I'm going to go to Mum's house. That was going to be my first sign because she's closer to the airport. So that was a step in the right direction. And that was the first faith move. That was the first faith move. And some of you wouldn't even do that. Like, let's be real. That even takes faith to say, I don't know how I'm going to pay for that flight. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to take necessary steps. And so I saw there was a flight at 3 p.m. on a Sunday. This was a Saturday evening at this time. Like I said, finances technically weren't there to book it yet. But I said I'm going to my mum's. So I went to my mum's. And bear in mind, this is Sunday. I have a church I could be going to. I have a church I could be being a part of. And I even was feeling bad that the service was about to begin and I was at my mum's after I woke up. I checked our payment systems and I saw somebody had bought something. So half the money was there. I said, okay, interesting. We're getting closer now. And now this is at like 9 a.m. and the flight's at 3. And so we're getting closer, we're getting closer, we're getting closer. And I'm thinking, wow, okay, God, I know you're going to do this, but I just don't know how you're going to do this. I have no idea, alright? And so I'm not far away from the airport. I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting. And then I had a brief conversation with my mom, whose house I was staying at, and she agreed basically, knowing what finances are coming in and all that, she agreed basically to give me the other half of the ticket, which I can sort out with her later. So now all of a sudden I've got the full ticket price, yeah. But then there's another problem now that I remembered after, just before I was about to book my ticket. I'm literally in the process, I'm on the app on British Airways, I'm booking my ticket, and then I remembered something else. To go to the USA, you need what's called an ESTA, and I changed my passport recently. I got a new passport, I renewed it. Therefore, my ESTA that existed no longer works. And so it's like, at this point, it's like 12 something, maybe 12:30, and I remember, oh my gosh, I don't have an ESTA. So I had to do the whole online application, da 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 da, and it was just taking a while to come through. It was just taking a while. It was 12:30, it gets to 1 p.m. And it was getting to 1 p.m. and I said to my mum, do you know what? If it comes through at the last minute, the latest I can be at the airport is 2:15 to get my bag on and all that. So if it comes through at the last minute, I want to be at the airport rather than being in this house. So even without the thing being approved, if it doesn't get approved, you can't get on the plane. Even without it being approved, and then if it ain't approved, you can't book your flight in either. There's no point booking your flight. So without a flight booked, without the approval, I got in an Uber and made my way to at the airport. As I get into the car, about a minute into the drive, I get the approval. So now I can actually get my ticket. Buy my ticket on the flight. I mean, in the car, on the Uber to the airport. Check in the Uber to the airport. Literally, I'm doing everything in the Uber to the airport. And within that 24-hour period, now here I am on the plane. The plane is about to literally take off. And the reason why I'm saying this is because if I didn't make those necessary steps, there was no way for God to meet me. I would have never been able to make it to the airport from my house in time, and all these other things could have happened. But because I had this determination that this is the direction I'm going to go, and I had the faith for it, and nothing was going to shake it, literally, I made steps in the correct direction. I said I'm going to go to my mum's. My mum is closer to Heathrow. I'm expecting to be going to the airport, so I made those steps. I said, if I'm expecting to be accepted for the ESTA, so I need to be in Heathrow. So as soon as I'm accepted, I can just do what I need to do and go on board. By the way, Terminal 5 is nice. But my point is this. Go in the direction that faith is leading you. Go in the direction that your faith is leading you. Faith and action go together hand in hand. They say faith without works is dead. That's what the Bible says. And so therefore, if you have faith for something, move in the direction. Even if it's one step, and even if it doesn't feel like it's going to get you all the way there, take the step. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps, 5 steps, 6 steps, 10 steps, whatever it is. There may be 100 steps, but today make step 1, because God can meet you. I didn't know the money was going to come in from people paying for products. I had no idea when it was going to come in. But as I took that step, God met me. I didn't know when the ESTA was going to happen, but as soon as I got in that Uber, God met me. All I knew is I need to get myself to the airport. And now I am on a flight. I'm literally about to take off. I'm on a flight to the USA. So guys, this is my message for the day. I don't think we're going to make it for 10 minutes today, but 7 minutes is good enough. Take the necessary steps that show God that you have faith in what He said He's going to do of your life. Have an amazing day. We'll be back tomorrow.